$235? Say what? Say what? Why would you spend $235? Like, that's ridiculous. To be honest, it wasn't even my money. Hey guys, it's Kristen. If you don't know, now you do. This is a story time, and this is the story about me taking a $235 Uber ride, and I got stuck in LA, downtown LA. Yeah, I know. So this was probably like 2 months ago, so it was like pretty recent. Oh yeah, let me get to it. So since I'm new to Cali, at the time we only had one car, but now we have two because my sister just moved down here. If you want to know more about that, check out the vlog, Sister Moves to Cali. So let me get to the story. So I ended up getting an email asking if I could be a extra for a video being shot at BuzzFeed. I was like, oh yeah. But at the same time as the video shoot, I'm gonna call it the video shoot, my mom had to work. So I was like, hey, that's fine. I'm just gonna take an Uber. So I was living in Murrieta at the time, and Murrieta is an hour and 16 minutes from Los Angeles. So I was like, oh, and then my video shoot was at 10 a.m. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to get up like super early to get ready and dressed and stuff, and I'm gonna have to leave super early to beat LA traffic, which you honestly you can't beat LA traffic. So the morning of, my mom had already left for work. I'm getting ready. I'm dressing regular because I was just playing like a high school student. So I called the Uber and I put in that I was going to Los Angeles, and this guy answered and he was like, hey, I'm on my way. I was like, sweet. So when he gets here, I get in. His car was like super nice, and he was like an older gentleman, and he like talked way too much. And I mean, I talk a lot, but it was like too early to just be talking that much. So we were on our way to Los Angeles. I end up falling asleep in my Uber, which is super unsafe, so do not fall asleep in your Uber. Anything could have happened. But so it took us about 3 hours, that traffic though, to get to BuzzFeed set, and it's located around like the Hollywood area. Ended up being a little bit late, which is totally unprofessional, but I ended up texting a lady like 30 minutes earlier telling her that I was in traffic, but I'm almost there and stuff, and she was like, you're totally fine, we haven't started yet, I understand, blah. So I get there, bye dude, get out the car, head to set, and we shoot the video. Video was nice. I met like a lot of people. I met this actually one guy, and he was like super nice. I'm saying nice meaning like he was like super like cute, and don't know how to flirt. I ended up telling the guy that my hair was fake. That's a different story for a different day. So after we were done shooting the video, it's probably like 3 now, or 2:33 or something like that. So we all walk outside, and we're all waiting around like in this one spot because they are everyone there had drove a car to set, and I was like the only one who took an Uber, and so I was like a little bit embarrassed that I was like the only one who didn't drive, and there was like people there like 2 years younger than me that drove. So they were waiting on the set bus to take them back to the set parking lot. So I was like waiting with them like I drove and stuff like that, which I didn't. I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna go to Starbucks, you know, whatever, see you later. Ended up leaving them, and I walked out to like the busy street and stuff like that, and I was like, where the hell is Starbucks? So I looked at my phone was on 20%, and I was like, I can't open this app, because if I go to open this app, my phone actually just might go dead. So I was like contemplating to either like find it or not, but then I was like, oh my god, if I found Starbucks, I could actually go and charge my phone in Starbucks. So I went to the maps, and I decided to find it, and I finally found Starbucks. My phone is now at 16%. If you know me, I am actually super paranoid, and I realized that I would have to cross a very busy street, and I hate doing that. I hate crossing streets in general, and this street was actually like super busy because everyone was like just going back and forth with it. So I was like, hey, no. So I also got paranoid that I thought my friends from set would see me, that I was like not at Starbucks. So I started walking further down the street, and I sat on this ledge thing. I looked down, my phone's at like 15% now. So, and I go to my Uber app, and I promise you, my phone hated me today. It hated me. I had no Wi-Fi, and I was like, okay, that's cool. I don't have Wi-Fi. I have data. Why isn't my data working? I found out later that it wasn't working because I didn't turn it on. So then I decided to go to my Wi-Fi, and I connected to like Coffee Bean because they had like free Wi-Fi. I was like, cool. I go to my Uber app, and they had signed me out of my Uber account, and I made this account so long ago. I made it because I didn't want my parents to know that I was using Uber, which is like a different story and stuff. So that's fine. Forgot password, and they said they needed an email, and I don't know that email. So I'm over here trying to be like, what's the email for this account? I finally found it, and I don't know the password for that email. And I'm just like super over it, and I was like, here, let me just make a whole new account and things like that. So I texted my mom, and I was like, hey dude, what's your card number? Be aware my mom is at work. She's a nurse. She's not answering. And I would have used my card, but I was saving it for like something more important. And also I wasn't sure if I really had enough money to like make it back home, because I was not sure how much this Uber ride was going to cost. My mom didn't answer, so I was like, I like started to freak out. Phone is on 14% now. Oh my god. So what do? I call my best friend Sam. I don't know, she's like my go-to person to call to and complain about, and I was just telling her like I'm stuck in LA, I don't know what to do and stuff like that, and we're over here trying to figure out ways to, like, what can I do and things like that. My mom's not answering. I'm continuing to text her, she's not answering. I was like, oh my god. I looked down at my phone, I am at 10%. Gotta go, Sam. So we end up getting off the phone, and I turn around and I realize I'm actually at Coffee Bean. So I get up and I run to the front door and I open it, and people just are like staring at me like I was like crazy, or like I was like a lost little girl like in the grocery store looking for her mom and stuff, which I was super lost, and I did want my mom. So I go up to the front and I was like, hi, can I get an iced coffee? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, you guys have outlets here? And he was like, yeah, we have them all over and stuff like that. I was like, sweet. Could I get a chocolate chip cookie too? And he was like, you feeling good? I was like, yeah, I'm feeling like pretty great. So after I ordered and I paid and stuff, I went to go sit down in the back, and I totally forgot that my charger was broke. You know, when your charger at the end, like the little, you guys know what I'm talking about, like at the end you have to jiggle it to get it to work and stuff like that. I had to do that. So I'm over here, it's been like 5 minutes, I'm trying to get my charger to work, and I'm standing up like on the bench. I look super stupid and stuff, and I finally get to work, and so then I'm like trying to type to find my password to my email. Found it, and then I get into the email, then they call my name, Kristen, come get your coffee and your cookie. Then I started to get paranoid that someone was going to come and steal my stuff. So I like packed up my stuff and put it in my bag, and I go up and I grab my coffee and grab my cookie, and then I come back to my table and I sit down. I have to plug my phone right back in. I had to plug my charger in. Again, it's broke. So I'm over here like wiggling around trying to get my charger to work again, and finally I did, and then I finally get the password to my Uber account, and I opened my Uber account and I request for Uber, and he said, yeah, I'll be there like soon. I was like, sweet. Then I had to pee. Great. I was like, Kristen, you're gonna have to hold your pee because you're not leaving, because your phone needs to charge, and if your phone happens to die, then your Uber can't reach you. And then he leaves, because they do that. They do that. So I was like, you know what, you're not gonna pee. And I was like, wait a minute, I can't hold my pee for like 3 hours. I'm in the car for like 3 hours, so I can't hold my pee for that long. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna have to go and pee. So I get up, I go to the restroom, and at the same time, this guy has to pee at the same time as me. Great. And there's only one restroom in Coffee Bean. So because the guy was such a gentleman, he was like, you can go first. I was like, sweet. So I go into the bathroom, lock the door, and I'm like super paranoid and like weird about people going in the bathroom after me. I don't know, it's just, I don't like that. So I'm literally just standing in the bathroom. It's been like a minute. I was like, okay, I'm not peeing. I was like, Kristen, you're gonna have to pee because you're not gonna like hold your pee for 3 hours and stuff. Like, just go and pee. So I was like, okay, fine. So I'm like wrapping around like toilet paper around the seat and stuff like that. And because I hate public restrooms. I mean, everyone hates public restrooms. And then it's been like another minute. So then I sit down and I start peeing. And then I start to think like, oh my god, he probably thinks I'm pooping. I've been in here for like 20 minutes already. Like, he probably thinks I'm pooping. So I was like, I'm not pooping. So I stopped peeing. I literally stopped peeing, and I was like, okay, I emptied out half a tank. I think that's good enough. So I like stop peeing, I wipe, I get up, I flush, and I go wash my hands. I was like, hopefully this guy has left because it took too long. So I walked out. No, he's still waiting there. I was like, oh, great. So I leave, I go outside of Coffee Bean, and then I look down at my phone, and I got kicked off the Wi-Fi app. So I was like, okay, whatever. I go back, connect to Wi-Fi, go back to my Uber to see that my Uber canceled on me. Didn't I tell you guys that they do that? Yes, they do that. So I was like, oh my god. At this point, I'm like about to cry, because I was like, why is this happening right now? My phone's back down to like 16%. I don't know what to do right now. Like, and I just want my mom. And at this point I'm thinking like, hey, maybe I'll just wait till my mom gets off of work. And I was like, no, that's not gonna work because it's 3 p.m. now. My mom doesn't get off until 7. It's gonna take her 2 hours to get to LA. So then that's me waiting 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. and that's just not gonna work. So I was like, hey Kristen, just take a breath. So calm down. So I went back to my Uber app and I requested for another Uber, and lucky the guy was right there. I was like, sweet. So I get in the Uber ride and we leave, and this is probably like the longest Uber ride of my life because everybody was like leaving Los Angeles because they're just getting off work now and stuff like that, so everyone's like leaving. Longest Uber ride of my life. Like, I'm super serious. I'm like not telling you that. And then I started falling asleep in my Uber again. I know you guys are like, are you serious? I know. And you know what woke me up is when the car started to swerve and it came back on the road and stuff, and I woke up and I looked at him. Yo, tell me why my Uber was falling asleep. I was like, Lord, please, just please get me home. Like, please get me home. I just want to go home and stuff like that. And then the dude turns around. He was like, hey, is it okay if I stop at a gas station and get me coffee? I was like, yes, please get you like 4 cups of coffee because I do not want you falling asleep and stuff like that. Like, this is your job. Do not fall asleep while you're driving. So then at this point we have reached Corona and things like that. We go to the gas station. We go inside the gas station. I go in with him because I'm going to buy a charger, and he goes and gets coffee. We pay for it. We leave. We get back in the car, and then we're stuck in Corona because there's traffic in Corona. We're like, we can't even get back on the highway, and he was like trying to find different tricks and ways to get out of Corona through like the streets and stuff like that. And then we're getting closer, and then he was like, hey, is it okay if I can go and pee? I was like, yeah, dude, go and pee. Like, I'm not gonna tell a grown man that he cannot go and pee. Yes, go ahead and go pee. So then we stop at In-N-Out Burger, and he goes and pees, and I'm waiting in the car, and he comes back, and then we finally make it home, and people, I run to my bed. Like, you don't understand. Like, I run to my bed so fast. My mom comes home and stuff like that at the same time as me, and my mom looks at her bank statement and realizes I spent like over $235. Like, probably it was more because I'm really not sure how much it cost. I just know it was like over like $230 and stuff like that. So yes, so that was the time I spent $235 on an Uber and I got stuck in LA. Thank you for watching my story time. I really hope you guys liked it. Please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment, and have a really great day. And remember to always charge your phone. No, I'm serious. Seriously. Make sure your phone's always charged. Bye.